Hey everyone, my name is Danilo Petrovic.
I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Denis Kudla.
I'm Evgeny Donskoy.
I'm Henry Laaksonen.
I'm Peter Torebko, and you're listening to the Game to Love podcast.
Bonjour, madame and monsieur. It is Roland Garros. It is the women's draw preview this time. Mate, we thought it was a tough time with the men's draw preview. This one is about to get a hell of a lot tougher, let me tell you.
Hopefully not as long. Obviously, the last one we just done was well over an hour, about an hour and 20 minutes. It was a really good draw preview show. Thanks for everyone who joined us for that one. Hopefully you're not asleep yet. We've got some people saying they're going to bed. We don't want that to happen. But if not, just watch us in the morning. We're not going anywhere. If you want to stay out with us, feel free. Make sure you join the Bracket League as well. I've pinned it in the live chat. Join that. It's completely free. And we will be giving a prize for the women's one as well as the men's this year. So why not? For free, you might even win something.
Why not, mate? It's an exciting one. Swiatek, the reigning defending French Open champion, she will have her work cut out for her, though, potentially in this draw. We did a draw reaction. We saw her draw was not a nice one. So we'll be taking you through how we think she's going to get on. And Ashley Barty, she is back. World number one of the most consistent players on the women's tour. And obviously Sabalenka, she'll be trying to look to avoid her en route to that final because, you know, those two keep clashing and you never know which way it's going to go. Mate, should we go past winners? I know we want to get into it. It's pretty late.
Yep. Past winners. And we've got George there saying, you guys are warriors streaming at Gone Midnight. Thank you. Yeah, it's all good. It's Roland Garros time. And when we hit the Grand Slams, we just go into overdrive. We're going to be bringing you all of the action this whole tournament. So make sure, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button for all Roland Garros and tennis-related content. And the big point I want to just point out from the bat, looking at some of the winners there, is there's not a dominant figure here. Nope. We saw at the men's, a lot of Spanish flags. Rafael Nadal winning. You had Djokovic, a few finals. Federer, a few finals. But really, there's no one really dominating this tournament. Have we ever seen a winner win back-to-back before? You've got Sharapova won, Sharapova Williams, but never back-to-back, I believe.
No, I mean, Justine Henin was the last person to do it. She did 3 years on the bounce there, 2005 to 2007.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so she had Henin Ardennes there. So she just shortened it to Justine Henin in 2007. Yeah, she was pretty formidable. She won it 4 years out of 5. Well, she was one of the greats, Justine Henin, and anybody would be lucky to have her in their corner going into Roland Garros because she knows how to win this tournament better than anybody. Yep. Go back a little bit further, go back to the 90s. You obviously see Steffi Graf. She had quite a few there. There's 4 Roland Garros titles and Monica Seles. Well, Steffi Graf again there, number 5. Oh, mate. We're going back even further. We got Chris Evert there and Martina Navratilova.
I think we're going a bit too far now, mate.
You're going back.
It was all right, and then it got to the stage where now we're going too far. But let's go to more recent years. And obviously, Swiatek reigning champion, Barty as well. They're both on the same side of the draw. No Halep. She's pulled out through injury, which is a bit disappointing. Are we going to get a new winner or are we going to have Iga Swiatek go back-to-back? It's a big question, and we're going to be answering it on this podcast based off what we think on GTL. Make sure you do your picks as well. So without further ado, it's very late. Let's get stuck in.
Mate, exactly. And one person there, a previous winner you might want to take note of, is Yelena Ostapenko. She is a previous champion here. And wait until you see who she has got in this first round draw.
Right, Vondrousova. Was Vondrousova on there?
I don't believe she was on the winners, no.
No.
But anyway, Ash Barty, number 1 seed once more. It seems to be a running theme in her career. She's doing all right since she came back from a year off in tennis. She looks better than ever, to be fair, apart from the injuries. But
Yeah, well, she's suffering a bit of injury right now, so we're not sure how fit she's going to be. But just before we go into that, she's the number 1 seed, all the way at the bottom. The number 2 seed this year is going to be Naomi Osaka, someone who's already come out, said she doesn't want to do any press conferences, not very good on clay courts as well. A bit like the story of the men's with Medvedev. Interesting how the world number 2 right now, neither of them are too great on clay.
No. Yeah, it's a bit strange.
Side story, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm going to go Ash Barty to beat Bernarda Pera in the first round, though. I think that's a fair assumption. If Barty is back, and I don't think she would have taken the time off unless she is fully fit. She obviously retired against Coco Gauff when she was a set up. So that is the sign of somebody who knows their own body. So she knows what she had to do. She wants to be ready to win a second French Open title. She was not the last winner, but the one before.
I'm going to go Magda and Annette below to beat Chloe Paquet. I know it's a tricky one because she's a wild card, French. But Lynette's, I think she's not done too bad. I forget who she beat, but she beat someone recently. It was quite good. I'm going to go Arena Barra, the qualifier. Impressed me in qualification. Sharma, wild card. I don't know. She's okay, but not great. And then Ons Jabeur to beat Putin Saver. That's a tough draw for Ons Jabeur. And Putin Saver is one of them players who are unseeded, who you don't really want to face. I think Ons Jabeur will have a little bit too much, though, for her.
Yeah, I mean, she is slightly above. I mean, they're very closely ranked, 43 and 20. Well, she's 25th seed. She's 26th ranked. I'm going Jabeur. I don't know with Barra and Sharma, mate. You seemed like very confident on this one. I think I'm going to go Arena Barra, to be honest. Did you go with the same?
Same as me. Yeah.
Okay. And Magda Lynette versus Chloe Paquet. It's the French. There's actually exactly 200 places between them. They played in the French Open last year. It was 2-1 to Lynette. So I'm going to stick with Lynette.
Awesome. So moving to the next little section, I'm going to have Barty beating Lynette, Jabeur beating Barra, and Barty heading the section. I think it picks itself.
I'm doing exactly.
Not going to waste any time on that.
No,
I could probably give you a little chat and say Ons Jabeur is going to be close to beating Barty, but I don't think she is personally. Maybe takes a set if she's lucky.
Nah, I don't think so. Not if I'm being honest. The next section is one that you're going to be very closely monitoring. That's for sure. It is Corey Goff, or Coco Goff, as she likes to be called, against Alexandra Kovanich, which is a qualifier. Did you see Coco Goff cruising that one?
Yeah, I think Kovanich, I don't know. I don't know much about her, if I'm honest. So I'm going to go Coco Goff there.
Yeah, Coco Goff.
I'm going to have Shea Su Wei in the Grand Slams. She had a great Australian Open. I think she's saving her best tennis for Grand Slams these days. I'm expecting some good drop shots, nice little slices, and her to advance against the Wang there. Next one, Liang. I've never heard of that in-show, Liang.
I'm gonna shock you. I'm gonna pick Wang over Shea Su Wei, unfortunately. Okay. I'm sorry, Shea, but I think Wang's been better recently. She's won 4 matches in Palma.
Okay. I don't know who that next one is, mate. Liang, do you know?
Nah, mate. I mean, I'm not familiar. She's a qualifier, Liang. She got through, obviously, 3 people. Catty McNally, Asia Mohammed, and Harriet Dart in the final round, the Brit. So all in straight sets.
Yeah,
so.
Fiona Ferro's level above. And in fact, I'm going to have Sevastova knocking out Brady, and then Ferro beating Sevastova.
I'm not that shocked on that. I think Sevastova is the better clay court player, so I'm going to go with you, mate, on that. I'm going to go.
What, you got Ferro as well?
Yeah, I'm going to go Ferro. I think Ferro's quality. Nice. I think we go Goff, Ferro as heading up that section. Do we have the
Ferro?
Winner? Yeah.
You got Ferro heading the section. That's
no. I mean Goff, Ferro heading that section. I don't know who's heading out of those 2 though.
Oh, well, you got to pick then.
Have you picked Goff already?
Yeah, Corey Goff, mate. I've got to do it. I've been saying she was on my video with TikTok Tennis as my top 5 players to watch on the women's tour. She's been playing so well. She obviously won. Where did she win? Palma, is it?
Yeah.
Was it Palma? Or was that the men's? No, there's Palma in the women's as well. She won that one. And then she did very well in Rome as well. She got to a semi-final and lost, obviously, to the eventual champion, Iga Swiatek. And we
It
know
was a close
how
match,
good
though.
she can be on clay. So I think,
6-3.
I think Coco Gauff is going to advance and beat Fiona Ferro there.
Mate, well, that'd be an epic matchup, as we know. I would love to have backed Coco Gauff, but I know that you got there first. You're a big advocate, so I allowed you Coco Gauff in your selections. Karolina Pliskova, someone you're not such a big advocate of, against Donna Vekic. This one for me, bit of a pick'em. I'm not really sure which way to go. I'm going to go with Pliskova just to be kind, because
I think Pliskova's going to have enough this round. Next one, Carla Suarez Navarro. She's back. I'm so proud. What an achievement. Obviously, battled through cancer, playing tennis already. Just a warrior. And she's very good on clay as well. I must admit, it's probably her favourite surface. I believe when we was at Wimbledon, she was there maybe, or I don't know if I made that up. But she's been on the tour forever, it seems. Quality tennis player. I've got a lot of time for her, and I hope she beats Sloane Stephens. So I'm going to put her through the first round. I think it'd be a very emotional story if she just did have a nice little run here.
I'm just picking her based upon that only. I'm not picking her based upon any form. I just want her to do it. That's it. Mm-hmm. I'm just hoping it. Yep. She does it. Yeah, let's keep going down. Lepchenko, Zhang. I go Zhang, I guess. I don't know.
I'm going to go Lepchenko.
Don't know much about either of these players. Mukova, for me, to beat Petkovic.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Petkovic as well either. I never really pick her. And Mukova is a really good player. So I'll have Mukova winning there. I'll have Mukova beating Lepchenko. And then, I don't know, Carlos Suarez Navarro or Pliskova. Mate, if Suarez Navarro is beating Sloane Stephens, she probably can beat Pliskova as well on an off day. But Pliskova did well until she got to the final and then just, gave up. I think she's going to be all right these early rounds. I'm going to go Pliskova, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm going to go Pliskova. I'm going to go Mukova, mate.
Yeah, me too.
You going Mukova?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I think Pliskova, she doesn't turn up in the slams. So we move to the next section. We got Alexandrova versus Venus Williams, which I'm sure Venus isn't happy about that draw whatsoever. She's lost her last 5 in a row, Venus. All 3 on clay this year.
Tough draw for her.
I don't see her winning again either. I see Alexandrova beating her.
And she did well recently. I think it was in France. Strasbourg didn't do too bad there. So did Krejcikova. I don't know if she's still in. I think she is still in.
She's still in.
Whether she's going to be tired or not, that could be a bit of a worry. I'm not sure how far Krejcikova is going to go.
Well, she's had the tough matches as well. She's had 3 sets twice. She had 3 sets against Caroline Garcia and 3 sets against Niemeyer as well. Yeah,
and I'm going to take that into consideration. I'm going to have Alexandrova beating Venus Williams, Krejcikova to beat Pliskova, the other Pliskova this is, Christina, and I'll have Alexandrova beating Barbara Krejcikova. I think Alexandrova is going to advance there.
Well, I'm going to go down to the next one first, which is Anne Lee versus Gasparian. I think, mate, I'm going to go Anne Lee because Gasparian's been on such a bad losing run. I don't see it changing. Anne Lee, Svitolina over Lee, and because Krejcikova's in my top 5, I'm going with her. I don't know if she's going to get past Svitolina though. I think Svitolina's got the big match experience. I think she heads the section.
Yeah, me too, mate. I've got that. Sophia Kenin section, and we was talking earlier when we had that instant reaction. We think she could get under a spot above her against Ostapenko, someone who's won the tournament before, right?
Think she goes out.
Yeah, you reckon?
Yeah. That's my personal opinion. I hate to be...
Yeah, I'm going to go Kenin. I think Kenin will beat Ostapenko, and then she might go out in a minute.
I'm not so sure, mate. What has she shown you on clay? She's played 3 clay court matches.
Mate, she was the finalist here last year.
She lost all 3 clay court matches.
Yeah, but you base it off Roland Garros. She's not so bad. So I'm going to have Sophia. I think, like with Medvedev,
who's she lost
expecting her to do well.
She lost to Lauren Davis in 3 sets, Kontaveit straight sets, and Krejcikova straight sets as well. And 6-1, 6-4, very convincing loss.
No, she's not been playing well. Even on the hard court, she wasn't great, was she?
Yeah, I'm going
poor Australian Open.
I'm going Ostapenko because Ostapenko, she just has to hit a few of her wild shots in and she'll probably beat her.
Okay. I'm going to have Blinkova to beat Hailey. Batiste.
This is an interesting one as well. Haley Baptiste making it into the main draw after qualifying. Only 19 years old, obviously. Another US. I'm surprised you're not picking her, mate. You're all about the US players.
On the men's, not the women.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
No, not for me. I'm going to go Blinkova. I'm more confident in Blinkova. I know a lot more about her.
I'm going Baptiste, mate. I'm going. She's going to continue the run. Maybe I'm back in the female Yanks. You're going to go back with the male Yanks. Martin Kova versus Jorovich here in this one. I'm not really too schooled on either of these, to be honest. Martin Kova is on a 5-match losing streak on clay this year. That's not very good. And Jorovich, sorry, she's on a 4-match losing streak. So,
yeah, Martin Kova for me.
Yeah, I think just based on high standard of tennis. And I'm going to go Pegula to beat Zhu.
Yeah, and then Pegula will beat Martin Kova. I'm going to have all-American third round Pegula Kenin. Pegula's looking like she's playing a little bit better right now, to be fair. And it would be a bit tough not to pick Pegula. But I think Kenin's going to shock people. I'm going to stick with that same theme. I'm going to have Kenin head in the section.
I'm having Ostapenko head in the section. She likes it here. She's a former champion. I know we got Nat there cheering on Haley Baptiste. I don't know if she's going to do. If she does, that would be one of the stories of the tournament. It could be another Coco Gauff story. But
We've got MC Quadro saying Krejcikova beat Alexandrova in Strasbourg. Yeah, that's true. But Krejcikova's still in, and I think Ilka catch up on her a little bit.
You got to remember with Krejcikova as well.
Played a lot of tennis.
She's not one of these players who will blast you off the court. She's just a solid player. She's one of the players that will just keep playing until you eventually drop. And that's why when you come up against players who are big hitters, she will struggle. And I think Svitolina, she has the ability to beat someone like Krejcikova. That's why I've gone with her. Anyway, Sakari Zavatska. I'm going to go Sakari. I'm not even going to bother going too much into it.
This section's quite easy. I'm not going to waste too much time myself. I'm actually going to fire through it because I'm pretty set on my picks. And that is Vogel to beat Paolini, Heather Watson to beat Zarina Diaz, Mertens to beat Sanders, the qualifier. Okay. Obviously, Martins is my number 5 dark horse to win this year's French Open. In my video I did for top 5 players to watch this year.
Yes, you did.
So I'm going to have to stick with that theme. I'm going to have Sakari Mertens and Mertens advancing. Kind of picks itself for me in this section.
I'm surprised you're so quick in on Heather Watson to definitely beat Diaz, because Heather Watson, the last person she beat on clay was in 2019, which was Bibiane Schoofs, someone we've had on the podcast.
Yeah.
Diaz beat Trevisan in Madrid. I'm going Diaz.
I love this point from that as well. Last year, Kenin double bageled in Rome and then made the Roland Garros final. So he's been making a mistake here. I think he is, and I hope he is as well.
I don't think so, mate. I don't think so. I'm no recency bias is a thing, but you've just got to base some of your selections off of what you've seen this year. And we've done that in the men's draw. I'm doing it in the women's as well.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think Mertens is too strong. I think Sakari is too strong for Paolini. Sakari Mertens, that's an interesting one for me. I think Sakari beats her.
Okay. I've got Mertens head in the section. So moving down,
Georgie,
I've got Mugur. So what's that?
Sakari to hit Mertens off the court. I like to hear that. Good. Someone backing up my picks. That's not often. So moving
Next
down.
up, Gabi Muguruza, Kostyuk. Tough one. Tough first round for her. Really tough. Kostyuk's a good player. You got Zeng, Tormo. I'm actually going to go Muguruza. I'm going to go Tormo. What about you for them two?
I'm going to have to go Muguruza.
All Spanish.
I really like Kostyuk as well. I just think it's a horrible draw for her.
Yeah,
I'm going Tormo. Arabuena. I'm tempted to go the trio, the Spanish trio, mate. Here, I know.
Yeah, I've got the Spanish trio.
Yeah, I think I'm going to join you. We'll be having tequilas on that day when they're having them. We're having some.
Have some sangria, maybe.
Sangria, why not? Yeah, it's a bit easier.
Tequila's Mexican, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true, actually. Getting my countries. Mate, all I need is a Heineken. I don't need any of them.
What's that? Amsterdam.
Yeah, I think so, mate. I'm going to get, yeah, it says it on the tin. That's all right. It's like Ron Sill paint.
Right.
Does exactly what it says on the tin. We got Martich versus Georgie, mate. This one, everybody's probably thinking, Martich, she's going to win. She's been playing great recently. No guarantee in that, though.
Go then, pick Georgie then.
No, I'm picking Martich.
Why are you playing games then, mate? If you're going to go with the other one, who are you playing games for?
Well, I'm just saying that people might be saying that.
And well, you just did.
Well, I did.
People being you. You are people. Ben is people.
Well, who are you? Are you not a person?
Yeah, I am people, and I'm going Martich. I'm saying it with my chest. Martich to then beat Arabuena. I'm then going to have a big shock. I'm calling it now. Saribas Tormo knocks out Muguruza. Second round.
I'm going Muguruza.
Okay.
I think Martich takes out Muguruza, though.
And then I'm going to have Saribas Tormo head in the section.
Look at this. And there you go. Abasa jumping in. Martich to beat Muguruza. Good risk.
Yeah.
Like it. Yeah, anyway.
And to go in Kostya, really unlucky.
Yeah.
We've got Nat saying, can Saribas Tormo take Muguruza?
I think so.
I think so. And I then think she takes out Martich and heads the section. And hopefully not many people have Tormo, so I'll get a lot of points if that happens.
I think JG's drinking too many Coronas tonight.
Yeah, it's gone a bit more wild on this one.
This one's more wild than the last draw preview. So, Annette Conte, one of our faves, up against a tough player, Golubic. What do you reckon?
Conte initially. You got any form for me?
They've never played each other on clay. They've only played each other on hard, and Conte leads 2-0. On clay, I'd say Conte probably beaten the better people. So she's beaten Stevanovic, she's beaten Kenin, she's beaten Middendorf. I don't know that last one. But Golubic, she has some great form on clay, though. She does. What was the tournament she was playing here? 1 second, just bear with me. I'm just going to have a quick look. Oh, this is
while you have a look at that, mate, I'm not that bothered about it. Golubic is not going. He's going out for me, so I'm going to have Conte. I've made my mind up.
It's tough though because she's beaten some good people: Sasenovich, Minen, Burrell, Paolini. Golubic's no mug, mate. I'm still going to pick Conte though. She's the seed.
Why do you keep doing that? You pick up one and then you pick the other. So next down, Smilova versus Mladenovic. I'm going to go Mladenovic in France as well. That little factor. I'm
going to go Smilova.
Okay. Smilova. I'm going to go Shelby Rogers to beat Pedersen. Iga Swiatek to beat Kaya Juvan. And then Swiatek to beat Rogers. I think fancy. So we'll have Rogers, Conte.
You don't like the Swede.
No, and then I'll have Swiatek head in the section.
I think I'm going to have Peterson to beat Rogers. Just a little. And then I'll have Swiatek beating Peterson, Conte beating Smidlova, and Swiatek head in the section. Come on. That's what we like.
On to Serena Williams section, the number 7th seed here at Roland Garros this year. Tied up against Irina Begu.
Serena.
Not an easy one, first round, but I think she'll be okay. I think Serena's going to have enough. And then I'm going to have Roos to beat Buznereska. Roos recently beat Pegula, I believe, in the last tournament. Can be hot and cold, but if she's on, she could even beat Serena, to be fair, next round.
I think it's possible as well.
Yeah.
I think we're just going to go on GOAT status bias probably within this little section. We've got Collins, though, another one of the players you really like on the tour, but she's going to be up against Wang. And this Wang, Z Wang, she's been in good form.
Yeah.
She beat Cocciaretto, she beat Cabrera.
Yeah, playing well.
Yeah, I think I'll go Wang, actually.
I'm going to go Danielle Collins. I think I always pick her.
I think it's safe.
Yeah.
Still, she obviously has beaten people like Ons Jabeur, Towson, and Muguruza in the French Open last year. So good choice. I'm going to go for an upset, though.
Okay, fair play. Kalinina versus Kerb. I'm going to go Kerber. I think Kerber's going to roll back the years a little bit this year. this tournament. Reason being, I don't think her draw's too tough until she faces maybe a Serena Williams. So I fancy her to beat Kalinina and Collins in advance and play Serena.
I'm going to shock you here. I'm actually going to go Kalinina.
Yeah.
Kalinina is currently on, I think it's a 14-match win streak.
Wow.
So I'm going to say that, and she hasn't dropped a set in her last 6 matches. I'm going to say she continues it, even though she's up against high-ranked opposition. Kerber's not the same Kerber as we used to. Well, we're used.
Yeah,
to
but these
seeing.
things sometimes can change, Ben, and that's why we can't base all decisions off form.
No.
Sometimes decisions need to be from within, and this is a decision from within. Everything's edging towards Kalinina here, but I'm going to go Kerber.
I think Kerber's the clear favourite, but still, Kalinina with the form coming in, she's qualified. She's played well in the qualification. She's in form. She's not dropping sets. I think she can cause her a problem.
Okay.
Serena Williams to beat Roos. I'm going to have Kalinina to beat Wang. And then we get the Kalinina Serena Williams. But I'm going to have Serena Williams heading up this group, mate.
Me too.
Nice. Next. Where are we in the draw?
So we are now... No, so from Serena Williams on, that is the second half of the draw.
Wow.
So we've gone halfway just now. We've done the first little bit. We've got another 3 little quarters to go. And heading this one, we've got Rybakina. So
Jeez.
I'm going to have Rybakina to beat the wild card.
Giacomo.
Don't know much about Giacomo. I'm going to have Stojanovic to beat Hibina. I'm going to have... I don't know about this one. That's a pick'em. Vesnina or Govet. I'm going to go for the lucky loser, maybe.
What?
I don't think it really matters because we've got Kvitova here, and I fancy her draw is quite comfortable. I think she walks this draw. It's a nice draw for Petra Kvitova. This is probably bold words, but I think she beats Menin, beats Kvitova, and then maybe Rybakina or Stojanovic.
Stojanovic is pretty good though.
I'm going to go Stojanovic and then Kvitova head in the section. There we go. It's quite easy for me. That
stick with not Kontaveit. What am I saying? Kontaveit. Rybakina. And then I'm going Kvitova. She is in my top 5, as you guys know, for this tournament. She is the semi-finalist from last year as well. So when she turns up, she turns up. Right, this little mini section, Azarenka Kuznetsova, rolling back the years. How many times have these two played each other? Well,
what's this? This is the little Belarusian section now we're approaching.
Yeah, we are, mate. These two have played each other 10 times, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Azarenka and Kuznetsova, and I think
I'm assuming Azarenka's got a better record, right?
6-4.
Okay, not very close, actually. Surprising.
Yeah, very
and probably
close.
Kuznetsova's maybe one more on clay. Is that right?
2-1 on clay. Very, very good, JG. He knows his stuff, this guy.
No, I'm just making it up. But... no, you'd think it, though. Azarenka's betting on hard, probably.
Don't. You're doing yourself a disservice, mate. Anyway, the last times they've played, though, have all been on hard court. No, actually, the last 5 times they've played, Azarenka's won in straight sets. Okay. But there's a gap of 3 or 4 years in between some of these, so let's not read too much into it. Kuznetsova, she's not been too bad of late, but is she good on the clay court still? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say Azarenka goes through.
Yeah, me too. Clara Towson, one of our favourite players on the women's tour. I think Gore Gods is probably going to be favourite. I think she's been really good, but I'm going to go Towson because she's in the banner of Game to Love. She's the future of tennis. We believe in her. Let's just go out on a whim and go Clara Towson.
Well, mate, this changed, didn't it? Because it was Bodoza versus Towson.
You're right, yeah.
Now it's changed. I don't know if this
probably is better. Well, I think it is better for Towson because I don't think I'd have had her beating Bodoza. So
I don't know. Well,
you'd have had Towson to beat Bodoza, would you?
I think she still had a chance, to be honest.
So you would have done it, would you?
I might have done, yeah.
You wouldn't have.
She was in my top 5.
Exactly. That's why I know you're talking beep because I guarantee 100% you'd have picked Bodoza.
I know you would have picked Towson, whatever. So
no, I'd have picked Bodoza.
No, you wouldn't.
I think Towson's been. That's what I'm trying to say. It's fortunate she's playing Gordoza now, even though Gordoza might be a slight favourite.
Well, she's won her last she's won all 3 qualifying matches. So yeah, mate, it's gonna be tough for Towson, but I think she can do it. Fernandez Popova. Who do you reckon on this one? Fernandez.
I'm going to have Fernandez. I'm going to have Madison Keys. I'm going to have Fernandez beating Keys. Azarenka, Fernandez. Azarenka heading the section. But I don't know. I'm not sure what state Azarenka's in because we've not seen her perform at all in 2021. She could pull out any of these at any moment.
I think this section is wide open.
Agreed.
I don't know.
I'd love. My heart says it would be amazing if Towson comes out of this section, and it's possible for her. She can do it.
I'm gonna go Madison Keys. I might actually go Madison Keys again against Fernandez. I'm gonna go. This is big. I'm gonna go Towson to actually beat Azarenka. And I'm going to have...
He's going to do it. Towson.
Yeah, go on. I'll have Towson. Go on, Towson, girl. Let's head the section.
Well, that's out of doom then. Thanks for jinxing her, mate. Bodoza's definitely winning now.
Mate, well, that's it.
She had a chance until you did that.
Probably, mate. Probably. I'll wake up tomorrow morning regretting all of this. Pavlyuchenkova, Mercy McHale. I'm going Pavlyuchenkova.
Yep, me too.
Tomljanovic, Kozlova. I'm going to go Tomljanovic.
Yeah, Berrettini, mate. Berrettini's girlfriend.
Oh. Which one? Tomljanovic or Kozlova?
Yeah, Tomljanovic.
Okay. Deanne Parry versus Alexandra Sasenovich. I'm going to go Sasenovich.
Yeah, I think Sasenovich is a lot better player, although it is in France. And I think this is the Belarusian section for a reason. We had Azarenka head in the other one. I'm going to have Sasenovich winning here. Sabalenka winning. Another Belarusian. But she's the real standout one, the 3rd seed. And someone who's got a real chance to win this whole thing. Let's be realistic.
Like Kunja, though. I
think she's in our top 3 to win everything. But like you've just mentioned, probably the toughest qualifier she could have faced, she's been given. Anna Kunja, no doubts about it, is the best qualifier on the women's tour.
Yeah.
By probably about 10
country mile.
Yeah.
Country mile, mate.
Yeah.
She's obviously... She only slipped up against Bodoza in Belgrade, and that was because she just retired from that match.
That worries me, though, a little bit. Is she slightly injured? She's come back from a horrible injury. Obviously, I remember her from a few years back.
She came back from a horrible injury and won in straight sets in every single qualifying match. Yeah, I think she's fine.
Yeah, obviously. But I'm talking about if she's now showing signs of being injured again, could that have been triggered? Do you know what I mean? If she's someone who's very injury prone, it always worries me when someone suffers an injury after being absent from an injury for so long.
I think it's still a dodgy match for Sabalenka, but I'm going to pick Sabalenka just based upon the power.
Could be 3 sets. Saba could drop a set here.
Could go out, mate.
Yeah, potentially.
She lost to Goff recently, so nothing's impossible.
Conjur's in that bracket for sure. Anyway, well done to anyone who picks Conjur and it happens, because if it does, credit to you. You've got a lot more balls than me and Ben.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to play it safe. Go for Sabalenka. And if she wins that, she wins the section, personally.
Yeah, I mean,
she'll beat Pavlyuchenkova, and then she'll be facing Azarenka in the next one. It'd be cool.
Well, if you've got Azarenka or Towson, if you're me.
Towson for you.
Andreescu Zidansek, the horrible tie of the round for me. This is the one which I hated having to pick between, because Andreescu, I want to do so well. She pulled out against Sestaya to probably just prevent any further potential injury or fatigue, let's say. I don't know. Zidansek is a nightmare for certain players. If she turns up, she can really cause problems for people.
Yeah.
And I think she could cause problems. Mate,
I think BB's stressed. I'm going to call it now. This is not an ideal draw for us. She's had actually a really tough one, and I'm going down already. I'm actually going to have Andreescu advancing from Zidansek, but the ones afterwards are tough. Osario Serrano, I think she probably batters Brengel 6-1, 6-1, something like that. And then I think she beats Andreescu. I'm going to have Serrano advancing against Andreescu there. I'm going big.
Mate, I don't doubt it because
You got
this
George
is-
there, Andreescu playing very well now. Go against her at your peril.
I'm gonna have her beating Zidansek in 3 close sets. I love Osorio Serrano. I think she's fantastic. She's a breath of fresh air for clay court women's tennis. Brengle was one of the players that we didn't really know much about. She's done all
She's
right.
been around for ages, mate. She's just not like.
I know.
I'm not that impressed with her.
She's top 100. She's
Yeah.
above Osorio Serrano, but Osorio Serrano's been
Yeah, she's on the rise though, Serrano.
She's been doing some numbers. She lost to Annette Conte. No disrespect there. She's only 19, so this could be a breakout tournament. She goes through. I'm gonna have Siniakova beating Balskova, Kudermetova beating Anisimova, Kudermetova beating Siniakova.
Yep.
What
What about Serrano Andreescu? Have you picked that?
No, but have I got the balls to pick it? That's the question. Osorio Serrano is a nightmare to play, especially Andreescu. We don't know what Andreescu's clay court game is really like. She's beaten Zavaska and Lorenzo Garcia. That's it. No one really with a name behind them. I think she could lose. I'm going to go with her, though. Go on, then.
Okay. So
I'm
then I'm going to
Kudermetova
have
to beat her,
Kudermetova head in the section.
I'm doing the same. I'm going to have Andreescu being beaten by her. Right.
So moving down, Joanna Konta versus Cirstea. Cirstea in the final right now. I don't think that she's played yet, but she's definitely playing very well. You've got to be honest. Konta's not playing very well. Is Cirstea going to be tired? Maybe, but I just don't have any faith in Konta. So I think Cirstea is going to beat her.
I just like Cirstea on the clay, to be honest. I think that she's coming to form at the right time. She's beaten Zhang, beaten Venus Williams, beaten Magda Lynette, and she beat Conte the last time they met at the US Open. So got a little bragging rights. Trevisan, I'm going to pick over Van Uytvanck. And Kasatkina versus Doi. You're going to go
Kasatkina.
Yeah, I think it's
Podoroska Bencic. What a tough round first for Bencic. Awful draw for her.
The worst.
If you're Belinda Bencic as a 10th seed to be drawing the semi-finalist here last year, you're not a very lucky player. And I think she's going out. I don't think she's going to get a win this year, Bencic. I know she's a really popular player on the women's tour. There's a lot of people who had her in their top 10 predictions for the end of the year. Not for me, personally. I think she's always a bit inconsistent. And I prefer Podoroska on the clay. So I'm going to go Podoroska. I'm then going to have Podoroska to beat Kasatkina and Cirstea and head the section. I'm going big this year. She already shown how well she played there last year. And just to clarify, I've got Cirstea beating Trevisan and then Podoroska beating Cirstea.
I don't think you're mad, mate. I don't think you're mad. I'm going to pick Podoroska myself. I think that she has the game for clay.
MC Quadrio's going Podoroska to head the section as well. Interesting.
It's tough to pick. I think I'm going to pick Trevisan to beat Cirstea, though. I think that if she makes a run as well, like she did last year, but I'm going to go Podoroska to head that section too, mate. I think that the only person she came up against really was Martich and Conjure, and they're both been great. And Swiatek, 3 amazing players. Kiki Bertens, Polona Hercog. Not 2 players I'm really that
Bertens, I'm going to go.
God, it's like the worst of 2 evils, those. Yeah, I'll go with Bertens as long as she's not faking injury again.
Oh, mate, she was injured. Come on.
Was she?
Pretty harsh.
All right.
I'm going to go...
Garcia.
Yeah, because it's France. Sorry, yeah. I'm going to go Garcia. And then going to go Elise Cornet and Vondrasova at the bottom.
Same. I'm going Vondrasova to beat Cornet. I'm going to actually go Garcia to beat Bertens.
I'm going to go Bertens to beat Garcia. So then we have Kiki Bertens. And then I'm going to have Vondrasova versus Cornet. I'm going to have Vondrasova winning. Vondrasova, Bertens, and Vondrasova head in the section.
Nice. All right, Paula Bodoza. She's been moved out of the other section. She's now in this section, and she's 33 number seed against Lauren Davis. I'm gonna have Bodoza beating her. And she could set up a matchup against, well, this is one of the ties of the first round. Clara Burrell versus Danke Kovanich.
Mate, I don't have a clue. Do you have any idea what the odds are for that one?
The odds are slight favourite Burrell. I'm going to go Burrell just based on home court advantage. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm
only going because I want her to win. I think Kovanich is my favourite, personally. Okay. She's done very well. Good clay court as well, but I'm going to go Burrell. And the reason being, I don't think it matters too much because I have Bodoza doing quite well here. So I'm going to have Bodoza to beat Davis, Burrell to beat Kovanich. I'm going to have Bogdan to beat Chocharetto. Very fortunate she's even in the draw. Lucky loser. Yeah. I think she knocked her out. I forget, but she got smashed, I swear.
She lost to Wang. No, she lost in 3 sets to Wang.
Oh, right, fair enough. Wasn't a smashing. Osaka Tig. Some people are saying Tig's going to beat Osaka first round. That's
go on
for
the
me.
Tig.
No,
come on, Tiggy.
That's too far. That's too far.
Tiggy.
It's too far, Ben. Naomi Osaka is beating the Tig. I'm cool to saying it now. Come on, don't be silly. And she's going to beat Anna Bogdan as well. I'm going to have Bodoza Osaka.
Tig is in terrible form. I'm not going to lie.
I'm interested to see where people have Osaka going out, if at all.
Well, Bogdan.
Does anyone think Osaka can win the whole thing?
No. I don't think she even wants to. She doesn't even want to do any press. So she's not going to be happy if she wins it. She'll just disappear off and not talk to anyone.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, if you're what happens? Osaka said she's not doing any press whatsoever. Say if she was to go and win the tournament, would she not speak after she's won?
No, she's not going to speak after she won.
Surely she would have to. No, that's just ridiculous.
That's the whole thing. She's not going to speak.
John Silt answers. Osaka, no. Abasa going Bogdan to beat Osaka. Everyone's saying no. People aren't too keen whatsoever.
I'm going to go Osaka, but then I'm going to have her getting knocked out by Bodoza, mate.
John's got a good suggestion. Let's get Osaka on GTL every day. If she doesn't want to talk to the press, come talk to Game to Love. If you're listening, Osaka, we would welcome you on with open hands.
Or arms.
Or arms. Not hands. You're probably thinking, what creeps? Well, she's not watching, so we're all right.
But... Get in with open hands.
Come in here, Osaka.
Come on. Come in. GTL. Anyway.
Bodoza is going to beat Osaka and head the section.
That's what I've got as well. Stop copying me. Right. Anyway.
All the way to the top?
Yep, all the way to the top, mate.
So Barty, Coco, Goff, a repeat of the recent match. Barty was up in that match and then retired through injury. How's her injury right now? I don't think she's going to feed it. She's a bit of a warrior. This is a slam.
Sparta.
It's Barty. Mate, I'm really close to putting Coco Goff through. Like, when I say close, I'm like this close.
Mate, she beat her with an injury with one set. This is Sparta. Oh, no, it's Barty. All right.
Right. Mate, this is so annoying. I'm not sure. Okay, I'll put Barty through. I'm playing it safe. That's boring. I actually think Coco's going to win.
You know Coco's going to win the whole thing. You said it already before the tournament. Come on.
No, I can't,
Stick to your word, man.
Mukova, Svitolina. I'm going to go Svitolina.
I'm going Mukova.
Mertens versus Kenin. I'm going to go Mertens. I've already bigged her up enough. I have to put her through.
This is where we've got completely different things. I've got Ostapenko, Sakari. I'm going to go Sakari.
Okay.
Martich, Swiatek.
Oh, mate, we've got a lot of different stuff now. Oh, no, I've got Cerebus, Tormo, Swiatek. But I think we're going to have the same outcome. Yeah. Iga, Swiatek.
Yes.
So, bottom half of the draw. So, at the top, is this the semi-finals? So, yeah, semi-finals at the top, I've got Barty, Svitolina and Mertens, Swiatek. And at the bottom, quarterfinals, should I say?
Yeah.
I'm going to have Kvitova, Serena Williams. I'm actually going to have Kvitova.
Yeah.
And then Sabalenka.
Mate, it's got to be in it.
Yeah.
I think
bottom one, I'm going to have Kudermetova beating Podoroska.
I'm going to go the other way.
Podoroska?
I'm going Podoroska again.
Oh, well, that's a big call, mate. I'm a bit surprised you've done that.
And I'm going to go Bodoza to beat Bodoza as well.
Yeah, same. Bodoza as well to beat Vondrousova.
It's a bit of a weird section down here. I think anybody's really.
Yeah, I agree. I think that bottom one is so open, to be fair. Maybe not even the bottom one. The one in the middle is the worst one. The bottom middle. The right-hand side, top, is the most open.
Right answer. Nicely described. Anyway, yeah. So we got Bodoza versus Podoroska. You've got Kudermentova versus Bodoza.
Yeah. It's hard, isn't it?
It may. I mean, for me, it might not be either of these people there.
No. I'm actually going to go Bodoza. So go on. I'm going to have Paula Bodoza, the young gun, Spanish, who's playing so well, into her first Grand Slam semi-final.
Wow. I think Podoroska's going to do it. She makes it through to her second one.
Okay.
I'm just going against you now, I think.
So
the trouble when you go first.
Next, Kvitova Sabalenka. Have you got the same?
Yeah, Kvitova Sabalenka.
I'll let you go first then.
Mate, I'm going Sabalenka to make it. I think Sabalenka's going to make a run. I think she has a nice draw if she can get past the first couple.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to go Sabalenka as well. So at the bottom, our semi-final is Sabalenka Bodoza. Do you have this? No, you got Sabalenka Podoroska. Yeah. At the top, I'm going to go Swiatek to beat Mertens. Going to go Barty to beat Svitolina. Yeah, so I'm going to have Swiatek Barty. There's a lot of people who's going to have Swiatek versus Barty at the top of the draw. They are the real standouts, the ones who everyone's getting excited about. That's probably the most boring selections, but they're just the ones what people will expect. And at the bottom, Sabalenka as well. I've basically got 1, 2, and 3 in Bodoza. I probably should have had Bodoza in my top 5.
1, 2, 3 in Bodoza. I've got Podoroska. So I've got, Barty, Swiatek, Sabalenka, and Podoroska.
So final time.
I'm going Sabalenka to beat Podoroska. I think she's going to make the final.
Ooh, Sabalenka in the final. And I would have to agree with you. I'm going to have Sabalenka to beat Bodoza as well. So Sabalenka in a Grand Slam final. I think she's just got all the tools to get there, personally. It'd be crazy if she don't. She's just so good. Indeed, the top one, though, is a 50-50. Probably not. I think probably Barty would be favourite.
I think Barty's got a harder draw than Swiatek, to be honest, though. Looking at the two draws just then, I think that Swiatek, her one, if you look at the draw, potentially, you got Swiatek versus Juvan, Peterson, Kontaveit, Martich, or you've got...
Wait, there's Goff there as well. Why have you ignored her?
No, this is for Barty.
Yeah, Barty. She's got potentially...
Yeah, that's what I mean. You've got Barty's, you've got Jabeur, potentially, Lynette, Pera, Goff, and Mukova. I think that's worse for me. So that's giving me my decision. I'm going Swiatek, mate. She's in good form.
Oh, mate, this is ridiculous. We've basically got the same final for both the men's and women's. I'm going to have Swiatek in the final as well. I think we spend too long together and we've sort of rubbed off on each other these days. So, yeah, I've got Swiatek in the final to face Sabalenka. And can Lightning strike twice? I think so. I think Iga Swiatek, back-to-back champion at Roland Garros. You heard it here first.
Mate, well, I'm going to have to go for something different. That's the only reason
I'm going Saba, man. I felt it.
No, I wasn't. I feel Swiatek is the one to beat on clay courts, but I can't have us having both the same champions on men's and women's. So I'm going Sabalenka just to go against you. I hope she makes it there.
I thought you'd have gone Sabalenka anyway, but I was surprised you didn't have Barty in the final.
I probably would. I probably would have gone Swiatek because I think that she can beat all the people on the route. But I think Sabalenka can as well if she plays her best tennis. I'm going Sabalenka. JG's going Swiatek again. Can she do the double?
Well, we looked at the women's stuff. There's not many women who have ever won it twice. In fact, it's not happened, has it, since whenever? 2004, did you say? Or something?
And Anne, yeah, exactly. Back to back.
So we've got Kubi here going, I believe Roland Garros is a tournament. He's also got Swiatek. You got Betu going, I have Barty Bodoza final and Barty winning. Kathy's saying she's got no faith in BB whatsoever. Abasa is going Barty will beat Savante. That's pretty bold. It can happen.
That is bold.
Bean's going, I have Barty Kudamatova. And he's laughing at it. Yeah. It's not that funny. It's quite good.
Oh, you could
I
definitely
wouldn't
make
laugh.
it.
It could certainly happen.
Any
Kudamatova
Andreescu's
there.
in there in the final? Maybe Kennins? No Kennins.
No Kennins, no. Recency bias is real, it seems. And Abasa's gone for the Barty Sabalenka final. A lot of people got Saba there. One thing we need to take into consideration is Sabalenka's first round match is not an easy one.
No, it's not. I know. I've got to
She
win
could
on.
be out in
She
the
could lose.
first match potentially.
Anna Kunja to win the French Open, mate. That could be the call.
But yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up there. It's getting very late. It's just hit 1 o'clock here in the UK. 1 a.m. So what we'll do is just give our dark horses for the tournament. Just to clarify, my champion's going to be Iga Swiatek. Ben's champion is going to be Sabalenka. Dark horse time. Do you have a name?
Mate.
I think I know yours. It's got to be.
What? Podoroska?
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah,
got.
it's
It sort of
gotta
picks
be.
itself, doesn't
Picks
it?
itself, mate. I think it has to be.
I'm having a little look at mine. Potentially, I could have had Podoroska. I've got her going
Bodoza
quite
can have.
far.
Yeah, I think.
Can I have Kudamatova? I think I can,
Bodoza,
yeah.
mate.
I'm going to have Kudamatova as my dark horse.
thought you had Bodoza going further, but still, anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Up to you.
No, I want Kudamatova as my dark horse.
All right. It means no worries, mate. That's all it means if you get her in your dark horse.
So we've got George there. Tomljanovic is a dark horse. Abasa, Steyer. Caveman's going for Bodoza. That's pretty good.
Suppose
We've got
there's no
Batu
Frenchies.
making us look stupid. And it's 3 a.m. here.
I suppose there's no French people in the.
And Nora, Iga, Rafa winning Roland Garros. The Iga Rafa double. I've got it again. Can history repeat itself? Maybe I'm just being stupid and just copying last year.
There you go. Well, and everybody said it was boring, Ben. Boring JG is the new.
It's not that boring because it's never happened before for the women.
Yeah, I like the fact you have to clarify the second part.
Well, for the men, it happens a lot. But it is what it is. But anyway, we're going to wrap that up. Big thanks to everyone who joined us. Make sure you put your bracket predictions in. The link is in the live chat. If you can't find it in there, it should be pinned. But if not, check the description. Join us in the Discord as well to talk tennis 24/7. There's a lot of conversation going on in there. And if you haven't already, like this video and hit the subscribe button.
Yes, indeed. We'll probably be trying to bring you a podcast tomorrow at some point because we know that we've missed a podcast this week just to do a roundup of all the other action that's been going on. We'll try and do a quick 20 minutes or something tomorrow just to wrap everything else up and give you Dosser of the week, Game of Faces results, all that jargon. But yeah, as for now, we'll wrap this one up and we'll get to bed. And then the sooner we get to bed, the sooner we get to see you tomorrow.
Yeah, and as George says, let's hope for the back-to-back double for Iga and Rafa.
Everyone's hoping for it.
Let's see. Cheers for joining us, guys. See you tomorrow.